this,
bro.
But clearly,
Is it my problem?
Let me ask
What I've got, is it my problem?
Let me ask you a question.
No, ask yourself. Is it my problem?
Wait.
You rally round. You will rally round. You will rally round. You will rally round. And you will also rally round. Yo. What?
Okay, do you want to do the intro then?
I just said yo.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. The few starts has been very awkward. The last 2-3 that I can remember, fam.
It's my man over here. He's always putting me off.
Who's messing up?
He's always putting me off. Do you know what I mean? Trying to come to the forefront.
Man said trying to come to the forefront. Oh, where was he before?
He's my side guy. You know
hey. I called you side man, you know.
You know what I mean? Always trying to come in the middle. You want to sit here?
Wow.
Yo, G's don't need to talk too much.
This is nuts.
Guys, welcome. Episode 31 of the In My Opinion podcast. It's your boy, Melinda the Fourth, aka Mr. Sukali.
DT, aka Designated Transporter, you already know.
It's your boy, Uzoma.
And today, you're keeping this, yes?
Short and sweet.
And today, who you got?
We got a special guest here. Very honoured to have her in our presence.
Wow.
Honestly,
Very.
Wow.
I am honoured. Obviously, Bukola. I call you Bukky.
Yeah, that's fine. You can call me Bukky.
Yeah.
Booksy.
She's here to grace us with
Talk
her.
about Booksy.
Booksy? I've never heard of Booksy before.
Which one is this one?
Booksy? No? Okay, Bukola.
Nah, I'm excited to have her in the studio, man. Anyway, today, we've obviously got a special guest. I can't wait to hear your opinions on our topic today.
I can't wait to give them.
It's a very spicy one we have.
It's a very
Is it spicy?
one.
Very spicy.
Okay.
And tantalizing.
Do you know it?
I do.
Yes, okay.
I do.
Are you alright?
Why's
your face like that?
Why's your face like that?
I'm alright, man.
Now,
Oh, you don't look alright, fam.
I'm pretty sure you are an avid watcher of our podcast. You watch every episode as soon as it's released. So you should know we've already done a topic called What Do Men Want?
Yes, I do.
I'm hoping you watched it, and I'm hoping you got some notes of some things that you can come and challenge us on. Because today we want to discuss what do women want.
It's only right.
It's only right. You know, we're equal opportunities. We're a balanced podcast. Do you know what I mean?
Thank you for choosing me to discuss what women want.
Nobody else.
First of all, I'm not sure if I can sum up what all women want.
No, but it's good to hear your opinion. But before we dive in...
Sum up what she wants.
Yeah.
You can't sum up what women want.
But you can sum you tell us.
Same way I don't feel like anyone can sum up what men want.
But we
Everyone's
tried.
different. Everyone is different.
But we tried.
Definitely, you did.
So before we get into it, tell us about yourself. Tell the viewers. We know you, they don't know you.
Yeah. Okay, so my name's Alafia Bukky.
Come on.
You can call me
Alafia
Bukky.
Bukky. Wait, no, way. I don't want you to just spin over that. Because a lot of people, I understand, but a lot of people don't know what that...
What Alafia means.
Yeah.
Alafia means peace.
Ooh. There you go.
So
that's wavy.
By the way, that's what men want.
So I've summed it up
Answer
already.
done, yeah. Podcast done.
That's fine.
Podcast done.
But yeah, my name is Alafia Bukky. I'm 30 years old. I am a mother and wife. I'm a mother of 3. I've been a wife for 5 years.
I was gonna ask you.
Yeah,
Wow.
we've been together for 10 years.
Wow.
Married for 5.
Wow.
So yeah, it's part of the furniture now, isn't it?
Hey.
Wow.
Not
See,
very
I'm guessing the audience can maybe start to grasp why we picked yourself. Because again, obviously, we're trying to get an understanding from someone that's like that's experienced, basically. Not just trying to random person sit down and talk. We're trying to direct people, because if you look on social media lately, there's been a lot of, you can easily be misled if you follow everything. And obviously, with our podcast, we're always trying to give people, at least to us anyways, what we think the right direction is, and trying to get like-minded people on board. Yeah, so
No, definitely.
yeah, so that's dope. Yeah.
Social media has definitely changed the narrative of what relationships are about and what women and men want. But,
You think totally in a negative way? Are there some positives as well?
there are some positives. I think social media has given women more liberation. It's given women more that, be out there, say how you feel, act as you like, kind of thing. Don't feel like you have to hold back and be in this box of, if I want to be a mother or a wife, I have to act like this. So I have to wear the wrapper and pound jam from morning till night.
The rapper?
Yeah, the wrapper.
Yeah.
And I have to back
Why you acting like you don't know what rapper?
and be pounding yam,
We call it lesu.
You
call it what?
Lesu.
Lesu. Oh, okay.
The lesu, they wear the lesu and pound yam.
So social media has changed that narrative. So you can be a boss babe and be a wife. You
boss
can
babe.
be a Birkin babe and be a mother and a wife.
A Birkin.
So
babe.
in the age of Birkins and, you know, social media and, you know, people comparing, goals, couple goals, all that stuff. How have you managed to maintain a 10-year relationship?
You see, I don't believe in couple goals.
Oh, okay.
I don't believe in it. Every couple has their different dynamics. Every couple has what works for them.
Mm-hmm.
Some couples like to throw glass around the house and break plates and do that when they're doing a madness. That's how some couples have survived.
No, that's fact.
You'd be
Wow.
surprised.
Yeah.
Some couples like to
Toxic.
You know, it's for us it might be
Yeah,
toxic,
but for them-
but
For
for
them.
them,
Yeah.
that's how they express themselves. That's passion.
It's still toxic though, bro.
That is
For us.
crazy.
Okay.
Oh, this is the
If
generation
you're
of
throwing
toxicity.
glasses at each other's head top, yeah,
100%.
that's
But I'm
toxic,
trying to tell
man.
you, this is the generation of toxicity.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
This
yeah,
we've
yeah. I'm with you.
defined
Yeah,
what
yeah,
toxic
yeah, yeah.
is for
Okay.
us.
Yeah.
But for them, some of our
That's
parents,
normal.
that's normal. Some of
That's
them
true.
packing your load and throwing out the window on top of
that's
your head.
calm.
That's normal. And then telling you, oh yeah, I'll come back home.
Come back home, and then the
That's
guy will
normal.
go back as well, like a mumu. Yeah, I know.
But that's not that. In our parents' generation, that's normal.
Yeah.
But you know, we define the narrative. We define what we want. Every relationship is different. So for some people, like I can only speak on my relationship. We don't shout.
I like that.
We don't do that. We may not talk, but we don't shout at each other. We don't call each other names. There's no name calling. I'm not your bitch or anything. Sorry, can I say that?
We can spell
Yeah,
it.
you can spell it.
spelled
Yeah,
it.
you can spell it.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can spell it. That's good.
But I'm not that. It's not that. We're not doing that. If we
Respectful.
got a problem, we're gonna talk about it. If we don't agree, we may not talk for a couple of days. But you know, you
Give
ain't
each
going,
other time to go in their corner.
you ain't going nowhere. We give you. I give you
like
your
that.
space. That's how it. That's how it rolls. That's how it works. Yeah, that's a relationship for me.
So, what I wanted to ask you, obviously, just before that question even slid in, it was like, so what do you think, like, you know, like back in the days, like our parents, you know, the dynamic they had then to now, what do you think things have gone kind of like, you know, wrong?
Back then, outspoken women were seen as a problem. So if you speak out too much, no one wants you with that big mouth. No one, you know, that was the narrative. But now,
Right.
outspokenness is
It's power.
It's power.
Yeah.
You say how you want. You say what you like. You say it. Some men are really attracted to that, and you can still be a mother and wife and be outspoken and be flamboyant and even for men back then it's just like at a certain age, oh yeah, you have to marry. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
yeah,
now
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
no, I don't.
Okay.
I can wait a bit longer. I can calm down. I can do what I need to do. It's just different nowadays. You see 25-year-olds getting married, and they have not open relationships, but they have long distance relationships.
Right, yeah.
Where
90 Day Fiance.
you know, married. What is it? Married at first sight. You know what I mean? You have that
Love
kind of
is blind,
relationship.
all
Love
that
is
stuff.
blind. And back then, you never saw that kind of thing. But now it can work. I would say I'm quite cultured, so I'm traditional. That kind of traditional Nigerian wife and mother, but I'm mixed in with the new generation,
British.
the British. I'm westernized.
Western, yeah.
I'm born and raised over here, so I've had to combine both of it. Back then, I wasn't on looking for a guy where you had money. It wasn't something for me. If I meet you and I gel with you and I can see a life with you, we can build together.
Build, yeah.
But whereas the generation of today, they're
not
not
building.
They're not
Speak
on
on it.
building, but they're not on building because of how they've seen the former generation be treated, especially women. And I had to
Right.
think about that because most of our mothers that are not with our fathers anymore, they had to put up with so much.
So much, yes.
And this new generation, they won't do that.
They won't.
What?
I
Red
know.
flags? Everybody's been
I
talking
saw
about red
them, the
flags.
red flags. Just
Yeah,
everywhere.
they're cutting. Whereas, imagine when I was growing up and when I met my husband, red flags, we can work through that. We can, and that's why I say I'm very old school.
Where I agree with you, I totally agree with you, but where my problem is with that, I do agree with a lot of the, let me say, improvement. Would I say improvement or how far the movement has come for women, the liberation, all of that, outspoken, social media, this new era has brought that on. I'm with that. The only part that I've got issue with, where I feel like things are starting to, in my perspective anyway, going left, which is that part you just mentioned now, in this generation, women are not patient. it's very like, this is what I want, this is what I like, it needs to be that, otherwise, red flag, boom, I'm cutting, whatever it is. There's too much, like, there's no nonsense. The issue I've got with that is like, what's the generation gonna look like? The next generation gonna look like? In terms of, yes, our grandparents, whatever, like back in their days, they've had to put up with a lot. I can understand that. Women couldn't say certain things, you can't talk too loud, you can't da-da-da. So yeah, they were oppressed. However, they endured a lot of stuff, but what they've done also is, by being resilient, they were also able to keep that family structure. They were also able to do that. I don't think, I'm just talking from my perspective, for me, I don't think a man is the one that would keep all the family, all of that stuff together. His job is to get out there and do what he's got to do and make sure everyone's financially, everything is all good. So for women, I feel like women are the one that actually controls that family structure, orientation, and all of that stuff. And my worry is just that will get lost with this current generation's mindset.
I think
that's what I feel like.
I think over time things evolve and things. It's like you've got the same thing happening but a newer version. They've polished it and they've made it better. So as I said, I'm old school. My generation, my thought process is if something's broke, you fix it.
Right.
But this generation, if it's broken, you throw it away.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Literally. But I just feel like over the time, as things evolve, you learn how to deal with things differently. So whereas a woman may have gotten into a relationship in the past and ignored the red flags, she won't do that no more. So she'll tell you, I don't like this. So if you ain't going to change this, I'm out.
I'm out, yeah.
And vice versa. Men may look at this, I don't like this about you. I don't like this. If you ain't going to change it, I'm out. But whereas back in the day, 20 years ago, I don't like this about you, but let's work through it and let me tell you how to change it. You made a comment about men being out there on hustling and making the money. But now, this day and age, women have to do that too. Sometimes the woman is the breadwinner of the household.
Yeah.
And the man has to do a lot more cleaning and cooking.
You said what? You said must be nice.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you
love
want
to be
that?
a house husband?
Would you?
That would be lit.
A kept
Swear.
Yes.
Really?
To stay at home and someone
Night
else brings the
feeds?
bag. Yeah, man.
That raised that question. Me and Uzi always argue about this, yeah? Can a woman financially, sustain the household with a man for how long?
For how long?
Before the disrespect starts to sip in.
Disrespect on whose part?
On the woman.
What was Uzi's opinion though on it?
Yeah, because I wanted
I
to
think
get...
there's only so much, like, women are not built to do that for time before they start disrespecting. Because you got to remember, as men, we've been taught to provide. As women, they to a certain extent, but that's not their role. You know what I mean? So when they sense like they can't hack it because it's a lot.
So what's an example of disrespect that might seep in?
You know what disrespect means. I don't disrespect.
If she comes home, if she comes home and dinner's not ready.
Why you clean the house?
Yeah, like
to a man, that's disrespect.
I'm the one bringing all the money.
Can I just butt in there? I'm so sorry. If I've gone to work an 8-hour shift and you've been sitting at home with some kids, that house needs to be cleaned.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But I understand it's a two-way thing. So Monday, it's a two-way thing. We both need to clean at some point. But don't let. I've walked out the house and I've cleaned it the night before and then it's trashed and I'm walking home I'm coming home and the house is trashed. Even if a man was to go out for an 8-hour shift and walk into the house and the house is trashed, there's going to be problems naturally because you've been at home. These kids, you've been looking after the kids and sometimes looking after kids, I'm telling you, is two full-time jobs.
100%.
But you're going to have to, they
find
have to
a way around
find
it,
a way around
I'm
it.
sorry, no one's telling me to clean though.
Really?
No, but
so you can be a kept husband and be at home and then it's like your missus comes home from a long day of work and
She
she's
can't
like...
tell me to clean.
Do you see what I'm saying to you? That this is, and it is gonna happen, bro.
Huh?
So how you gonna?
That's what I'm saying. That will happen.
My
bro.
thing is this, right? I'm a grown man. Yeah.
Why you be a grown man that's providing for this house?
And I'm a grown woman.
And I'm a grown man that provides for the house, then, innit? Grown man. A couch hugger, grown man.
I'm a grown man, yeah.
Couch warrior.
If I walk past the kitchen and I see there's dishes in the sink,
You're gonna do it.
I'm gonna wash them. So if I've not washed them, there's a reason.
100%, I agree with you.
There's a reason. You're not gonna come and ask me.
Okay,
Why
no.
have you not? Who are you?
An example. You've gone out for the whole. Your woman's gone out and gone to work for the whole week, and every day when she's come home for that whole week, she's gone into the kitchen and had to wash dishes.
Yeah, that's
she's
a
come
piss
back
take.
and she's had to sleep and sweep, and she's had to do this. At a point in time, the following week, you think she's gonna come back home and do that every single day?
It's unfortunate, but
It says
we
unfortunate.
we worked through it.
We were-
At no point
listen,
should you be
listen,
telling
but
me
It's
what
what
I'm
getting to
saying
that
to you,
stage,
yeah?
but that's why I'm telling you that this generation won't do that. It's
know.
like I
But
can do
that's-
bad all by myself.
But you see,
Get your stuff, get out.
But what I'm
Do you know
saying
what
to you, I'm talking about in terms of when I mean disrespect. That whole washing dishes is common sense, innit?
Yeah, yeah.
You can't expect someone that's. I mean, when obviously a woman is doing the aspect of providing, it's only a matter of time till they start making you feel like I'm paying for this. That's what I mean by like the disrespect. Like, yo, I pay all the bills.
You feel like you man
can
ain't
go
hearing
without
what I'm
saying
saying.
nothing.
Let me
Do you
reiterate myself.
understand?
Okay.
Men can actually provide for a woman for like 6-7 years without saying a word.
For life.
But a woman, yeah, exactly. But a woman can do that for like 2-3. It's only a matter of time before you start like you feel that.
Yo,
Hearing
yo,
little house.
ain't you got? How's that job hunting going?
So that's what I mean by disrespect. Yeah, but I get it. Like I don't think women are technically built for that.
Can I be
Naturally,
honest?
innit?
I feel like even men providing for women for the rest of their life, unless they've financially got it like that, like an excess, it's gonna become a strain on a man too. Nobody wants a leech. Nobody wants a leech,
But what
and
I'm-
that's what it is.
It's
No,
not a
no,
leap.
no, I
It's
mean-
something we've been built to take. Like this is like you
No.
have to-
This
you have to
is
accept
what.
it.
Here's where I understand what he's saying. You gotta understand the dynamic of a man and a woman from the way we've been programmed to look at it.
100%.
So it's okay. The same scenario I just put. Yeah, it's okay for me to come back from work and be like, yo, why ain't you wash the dishes? And he'd be like, oh, I'm tired. I was busy. A woman don't take that as a disrespect. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Because men naturally we're prideful. That's just us, how we've been wired. So that's why when you come and say something like that, we take it like, who are you talking to? Just because wait, go back out and come back in again. And try and talk, like, do you know what I mean?
Because you paid a little
But
water
we
bill.
can come on and be like, bro, wait, why's the house like this?
Yeah,
Okay, let me
but
give
you
you-
wouldn't look like, bro, why are you
Hey.
disrespecting me? You're not going to take it like that automatically. Your automatic thing is like, oh, you know what, the kids was doing this, you want to make it, give a reason why you ain't done something.
100%, I get you. Prime example, in my marriage, there was a time when I was on maternity leave, and I'm looking after 2 young babies under the age of 2. I got 2 under 2. Well,
Hey.
she's 3. One of them's just turned 3 last week.
Superwoman.
So yeah, thank you.
Happy birthday as well.
Thank you. I take that. Take that.
Superwoman.
Robin,
202.
what was Robin doing?
So I was on maternity leave, and same scenario.
Yeah.
But what I always do is make sure that even if I ain't cleaned, there must be food when my husband gets back.
One or the other, isn't it?
There has to be something.
Something must make sense.
You give her,
Wait,
you give it to her.
listen, ladies, are you taking notes?
Food must. I prefer
Don't let them start spamming my DMs.
No, ladies, please, no.
Honestly,
They need
I
to
prefer
take-
to have food than clean kitchen.
No,
I just want to eat.
listen to what I'm saying to you, because it distracts. Like, do you know? Imagine you come in the house and mess with like
They've cooked
wait,
egusi with
what's the
snail.
do you know what I mean? And you're like, yo,
Egusi with snail. Snail is a special.
Let me tell you why that's so wavy, yeah?
As long as there's extra plates.
a man will come now, he will munch that food and be like, babes, sit down. I can tell that this food here has taken notes. Sit down. I will
Let me
do the
clean.
cleaning.
Fair
You
enough.
take notes. No,
If I
I
will
rate
put
that.
baby in my
True.
back with
I rate
cloth,
that.
I'll wash it. You give me egusi with snail. Are you alright?
Egusi with snow.
I pick something. I have to pick something. So
No,
if there's
yeah,
already
that's
food
dope.
in the house,
Yeah.
I know that. Okay, he's coming back from work. Well, that was when I was on maternity leave. He's coming back from work saying, okay, I need to hoover. Bring out the hoover. I need to make the beds, or I need to do the laundry. There has to be something. If I can't fulfill my chores list for the day,
Gotta put.
I have to put. You know, do you know what I mean?
That's
But
dope.
this generation, I'm not saying that they don't do that, but they need to see something in order to. You gotta show them something spectacular for them to
think
bend
like that.
like
Yeah,
that.
I see what
Do
you
know
mean. Like, go to Hakkasan.
Well, there needs to be. Well,
Dubai,
that's another thing I
all
wanted
of
to
these
talk about. In marriages, date night's important. And I didn't realize how
Very
important date night was until I got into this point in my marriage when I was just like, yo, these 4 corners of the house is getting tight. Like, we're just in the house.
The walls are closing
we're just in the house. And then I started being like, okay, babe, we need to go out.
Yeah.
How often is date night?
At least once a month. At least.
Yeah,
When
that's
payday hits, Does it
have to be Hakkasan?
As you take your 10% for Tide, take your 10% for me.
But date night, yeah?
100%. No,
Does it have
that's
to be
real.
high end or?
Anywhere apart from Nando's is
I was
good.
about
No,
to say
there's
Nando's,
nothing wrong with Nando's.
It's just
but
been rinsed out,
Nando's,
innit?
You know what I mean?
I'm
Nando's
with you.
is,
Nah, I'm with you on that
when
one.
we're ready to go out with the
You don't
kids,
even
we
need to
go
make no
Nando's.
excuse. You don't-
Like,
nah, it's
do you know
rinsed
what I mean?
out.
When we're ready to go out with the kids
Nando's
for a
is
family
rinsed
meal,
out.
that's
Then we go
Nando's.
Nando's,
I
fair
can't
enough.
bother to cook.
Nando's
Nando's.
is
But you wanna
rinsed out.
take me Nando's for a date night?
Because obviously I know you're married, 10 years, beautiful relationship. But before you got married,
Yeah.
what were your red flags?
You're going into treacherous waters.
I am
Treacherous
treading
water.
carefully because I also want to, because obviously we're seeing it from a marriage perspective, but I also
Yeah.
wanted to see it before you got married. What were your red flags?
Okay. Let me just let me disclaimer. Before I was married, I was a totally different person.
Amazing.
California.
So before I got married,
If you don't want to answer,
no,
by the way,
I want to answer.
Okay.
I just need to break my character down to you so you understand it, because you didn't know me before I was married. Before I was married, I was that kind of person that if you step on my toe wrong, you might lose your neck.
Oh,
So-
the whole neck, not even a toe.
No, your whole neck.
not
so
toe for toe.
I was quite.
And I'll call you Bukky.
Funny enough, I used to box before I got married.
That's why I was calling you Bukky. I done my research.
Come on.
So before I got married, I was still the same kind of cultured person, but there wasn't a lot out there. And I feel even worse for people now because there still is not a lot out there. It's really hard to find a diamond in the dirt.
By the way.
But my red flags were
Because obviously I know it was
guys
trending.
that borrow money from women.
Oh, interesting.
That's a big red.
Funny enough, a situation happened. I don't think I've ever even shared this with my husband.
Hey, exclusive.
I'm worried now because
No,
I feel like this.
no. Don't be worried. But I was talking to a guy. This was when I was back in uni, and he borrowed £100 from me. And I'm a uni student, so £100 is a lot of money back then. So, and I used to work 2 jobs. I was really hard working in uni. I went uni and I worked full time, and I worked two jobs.
Love to see it.
Thank you. He borrowed £100 from me, and then he ghosted.
Oh.
So it's like, I'm calling you, like, your phone's not going through. I'm like, what's going on? So I happened to see him when I went out to a club in London. And
How
long
far-
ago? Yeah.
this was at least like 6 months later. I saw him.
Wow.
And I was in Governor Bar.
Governor Bar as well.
So back then, Governor Bar
Governor
was my
was the
spot.
spot.
Yeah.
That
It
was
was
the
my
spot. That was the
Of
spot.
course.
So, I'm comfortable in Governor Bar. Back then I was comfortable in Governor Bar. It's now LA Lounge.
This is funny, bro. That's funny.
So I saw him, and then 1 minute I saw him, and then I'm literally coming out of like the booth to go down to go and talk, and he disappeared.
Oh, so that means a clock
Again.
tune.
Because everybody knew back then like Bukky's a nutter. Like,
Yeah. So my man took off his
because I
shoes
was
and
about
legged
the
it.
whole club was about to vibrate that day.
Wow.
He took off his shoes and legged it.
So I'm like, I can't remember who I was with. I'm sure I was with some girls from uni, and I was like, where's this guy? I'm like describing, help me look for this guy. I need to find this guy. He's got I'm about to get my bill. And I remember he had a bottle in his hand.
Yeah.
I
So
remember
you're like,
he had
this
a
guy
bottle.
that's money to
And
buy
it was a bottle
bottles.
of Moet.
Oh,
So I was like, this guy's
wow.
got, so he's drinking my
Wow.
money. He's drinking
Probably
my
had a
money.
couple snails as well.
So
what you did there.
so I came down and I'm looking for the club, and it was really packed that night, and I'm looking for the club like, where's this guy? So I went toilet. My girls are still looking. I went toilet. I came out and I see the guys that he's with. So I'm like going up to him like describing, where's your boy?
guy,
Where's
yeah.
and the music's loud, and they're like, I know they know who I'm looking for. So anyway, we come out. I go home. Couldn't find him. Didn't see him for the rest of the night. I get a message on Facebook. Oh yeah, I saw it. I said, run me back my. Listen, before I put out a
Run
hit
me
on your
my money.
before I put money on your head, run me
Run
back
that
my
money.
money. Before I knew it, was like, drop your account details. That £100 was it. Respect yourself. So I don't like things like
But
that.
after that,
He tried to, what you say, nah. He even told me that he got arrested, shut up, man, but you got arrested.
But after that, whatever could have been, where it was done. because that was just-
I can't. We weren't there yet. We weren't. We had. You haven't even taken me out on a date. Like,
No,
I
you're
even
borrowing
chopped your money.
money.
You're chopping mine.
What did he ask it for?
I didn't ask because
Oh,
I'm
you
not.
didn't?
I'm generous. Like
Okay.
back then, it's like if you're on my good side, you're on my good side.
So
you can
£100
have it
you
all,
drop it.
but don't step on my bad side. I didn't even ask what he needed it for. I mean,
How important is cooking?
cooking is very important. You don't cook, you
You're
don't.
right there.
You don't chop. You know, cook, you don't chop. Cooking is important.
You sure
But
you're
one
right?
thing I want to say.
Because I know this is one thing a lot of guys have, issues. It seems like a lot of women of this generation cannot cook.
It's not that they can't cook. They can't cook for you. You see?
Interesting.
Me back then, I used to cook for, like, when I first met my husband, he knew I cooked. So how I even wooed him in the first place was my cooking.
Take notes.
I always used to, that saying that them aunties always used to tell you in church, a way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Yes.
So from early, I knew how to pound the yam with the mortar. I knew how to throw down the egusi. The seafood okra was my thing. The jollof rice.
My mouth,
everything.
when you have your mouth is watering on this side here.
But this generation, it's like, if you don't show me you're worth it, I can't give it to you. So in a sense of, some girls may want you, okay, I want to go on that Hakkasan date with you. I'm gonna chop your money before you chop my cooking.
Wow.
And I don't blame them. I understand why, because there's been so many Shreks that they've cooked for.
Shrek.
Yeah, I'll say Shreks.
That's mad. Wow.
Are you Princess Fiona or what?
Shreks. Yeah.
But there's been so many Shreks that they've cooked for, and then they've done the dirty on them.
So do you believe in the notion of, I'm not going to treat you like my husband until you are?
Yes.
You believe in that?
That's what it is. 100%.
So you're not
I didn't do that.
No, I'm just saying.
I was about to ask you.
I didn't do that. I told you, I'm old school.
Yeah, but in terms of what women want, do you feel like that's
this
the
day
thing
and
now?
age,
You're not going to get those
You're
privileges.
not going to get those wife privileges until I'm your wife.
You need to prove yourself.
You need to prove yourself, at least until you treat me like a wife.
Uzi, is that fair, do you think?
No, I want to say something though to that, yeah. Where I hear what you're saying, I want to say, sorry to cut you off. I want to say something to that though. Where is like, I think where the divide is now, where you know what I mean, that we seem to not to get to this place we need to get to. Men also, from a lot of the men's perspective, is looking like, yo, I'm not trying to wife you because you've not shown me wife's material. You see what I'm saying to you? So
100%.
you have women on their side saying, no, you need to do whatever, make me your wife before you start getting a wife treatment. But my thing is, I'm not about to make you my wife when you've not even shown me, I've not even seen glimpses of you being a wife.
Okay, prime example, how to break this down. So you meet a guy, he's toasting you, talking, okay, I want to take you on a date. He takes you on a really nice date to, I don't know, what's my favourite restaurant in Mayfair?
Mayfair.
What's that one?
Mayfair.
Is that what you're on?
Oh God.
Okay.
We hear you. Hey,
Wow.
Mayfair.
You said Mayfair. I thought you were gonna say.
Okay,
black
sorry.
people.
I'll listen to that place on the
Okay,
news,
do you know?
bro.
Let's say.
Mayfair. No,
I only see it on Monopoly, brother.
You know that was at Mayfair.
Wow.
No, there was this reading. It's gone out of my head.
Well, I know that's where people go to do surgery, get teeth, things that are just expensive.
Okay, do you know what? Let's not use Mayfair.
yes, please.
No, Mayfair.
No, let's use
I
Ivy Asia. Let's use Ivy Asia.
I actually want to know the restaurant that's
I
in
can't
Mayfair,
remember
please.
what it's called. That's
Let's
the
go with
funniest
Ivy
thing.
Asia.
It's gone out, man. Let's go with Ivy Asia. So I like
It's a restaurant?
Yeah, so it's a restaurant. It's in
Ivy Asia.
St. Paul's.
I think
Yeah,
that sounds like a whole country,
it's
bro.
beautiful.
I've never been to this
They
place.
have the most beautiful
Ivy
dumplings.
Asia, wow.
It's
Okay.
beautiful. So let's say he's pursuing you. He takes you on a date to Ivy Asia. You already know that bill's coming up to over £100. Not that that's a lot of money for this day and age.
Gee.
For women in this day and age. On a first date. Like,
I'll wave in the
okay,
back.
do you know what? Let me just ask, what's a lot of money? What's okay for first date in this day and age? Uzi.
I think between 50 or 100.
Okay.
I think 50 and 100. Yeah.
Are you sure?
About
what,
50, 'cause
what
we're-
do I want, or what do I think is okay?
No, what do you?
You want to spend £20
I know
in
that's not. I
Nando's.
want to know what
You want to get
want
a platter to
spend.
share in Nando's.
No, let me not even front. I don't mind. I spend a lot anyway.
Okay.
But if personally, I would want to spend 50 to 100, but I know that's no longer the norm. So
Yeah.
Okay, what about you?
Yeah, Bill.
yeah.
Okay, so you go on a date with her. You go Ivy Asia. You spend like £1.20. You afterwards you go to what's that one at the top? Duck and waffle.
Yeah.
You take a duck and waffle.
Afterwards, on the same day.
Yeah, man.
Hey!
It happens. A nice view.
You know?
Yeah.
We go somewhere for cocktails and we're trying to make a night of it. Do you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Okay, and then you guys go out. That's the one weekend. The
Yeah.
following weekend, you guys go cinema.
Yeah.
You're trying to get to know her. This ain't your girl
Yeah,
yet.
yeah,
So
yeah.
guys put in extra hard work. I'm just saying.
Listen.
This is a scenario.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
See this talk of you're getting to know her, yeah? Let me be real with you.
Spin the
boy.
coupe. Spin that coupe, bro. Spin that coupe.
Man,
Man,
we're
spend
just
rent.
doing that to get closer to her. I'm trying to, think about what's there. I'm speaking to you on the phone every single day. What else is there not to know? Everything I need to know, I've asked you.
So there's no need for a date.
Me just saying, okay, let's continue meeting to be closer to you. You understand? In the physical flesh.
You're trying to woo her.
Yeah. No, it's not wooing.
Hey.
It's physical flesh. Like the closer I am to you,
Physical
you know what I'm
flesh.
saying? But there's like you can talk to someone every single day for a week, and you can gauge the kind of person they are.
100%.
So I don't know this.
No,
you
this
need to go
extra
up.
stuff is for wooing.
This
It's
is
not
for
for no, it's for
wooing.
wooing. You're
No, but
wooing.
when
Here's
you
the thing, yeah. I don't feel like there's no point doing things you can't maintain. You understand? If I can afford to, okay, we've gone out this one time. Next time, I can't go again, or we go for a walk, or maybe we can chill. You keep the energy that you can maintain.
because I'm around.
You
Like,
understand?
this
because
time
what
you
then
went to
happens,
South Pacific
what then
Asia.
happens is, you woo this person, they have an expectation, and you don't live up to that
So
expectation.
I'm just
That's
asking.
where the problem
So
starts.
when you guys meet a girl, obviously I know you guys have all been in relationships for a long time. So when you meet someone, you don't go on regular dates. Like that's how it's done in this day and age. Like you go on regular. I'm not saying every week, but I'm saying at least once or twice a month.
I
Like,
thought
But let me be real.
if you're
with you,
pursuing
No,
this
no,
girl,
actually,
so
see,
because
you can-
if you're just talking on the phone all the time, when do you get from the first base to the second base?
what do you mean?
I
from
thought
first
we
to
go on
second
a date and then after that it's just yard and parks. And
No, boy.
And parks.
You said
Park.
If it's
All
summertime,
right, listen, you got to remember, yeah. Okay,
walks in the park.
No, walks in the
yeah.
park. No, but
That's
what
how
I'm
you-
saying to
that's
you,
how
you know what it is, yeah. You got this the thing, yeah, because I can only speak for myself, innit? And I feel like when I say I can speak for myself, yeah, different things work for different people, yeah. And I can tell you now for fact, yeah, I've not ever been in a position where I have to do so much to get someone. I don't know if that makes sense in terms of like,
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't have to go on hundreds of dates, yeah, to get someone. I've never been in that position before.
Come
But
on.
then, no, I'm just speaking for myself, yeah.
Speak on it.
For some people, it's like okay, it doesn't, but that's me. You understand? And there are some people that feel like okay, cool. Like it's all down to, I think part of it is confidence, like, and what you think you can do and how far you can. That's why you get some girls, some guys, they might do the most for someone, and then someone that's not even doing nothing will just come and sweep them. It's all down to who you are and obviously whatever like works for you. Do you know what I mean? I think after like one day or two, what he's saying is like, okay, cool, it's probably now like let's chill or let's a park thing. Like, do you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so
that works for some people.
Let me finish
And some
giving
I
people-
still wanna hear
Yeah.
the scenario.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, because
So you go on the first date, you go on the second date, you go cinema or something,
Yeah.
and go for a walk. Okay, third date is Netflix and chill in your house.
Finally.
Just
he said finally.
just Netflix and chill and takeaway. Or no, let's not even say Netflix and chill and takeaway. You invite her around and she's like, do you know what, babe? I'm gonna cook for you.
Okay.
Exactly.
Lovely.
That's
No,
Exactly.
but that's
now we're heading somewhere.
no, but that's a good dynamic.
No, but it's a good. No,
But I don't think that
That may not.
happens.
That's not
I
this
don't
day
think
and
that
age. I don't
happens.
feel
That's
like
what I'm saying. I
that's.
don't think that
I
happens.
feel like that third Netflix and chill is still a takeaway thing, and it's
Yeah,
gonna
exactly,
be a
exactly
kind
my
of bougie
point.
takeaway thing, you know.
But
Like,
okay, think about it now, yeah.
okay, maybe a
Alright, you go the
Vapiano
first time.
is
Alright,
like
you go the
takeaway.
alright.
See, are you hearing
But
this,
this the thing, yeah.
Like-
You go the first time,
Oh.
yeah. You go the first time.
I'm
you've
just
taken
talking
this-
to you about this day and age, guys.
No, but I'm saying also what can be the problem here. You go the first time, you've paid. You go the second time, you've paid. You go the third time, you've paid.
She may turn around and say, "I'm gonna pay."
All right, but what I'm saying in
But
this
just
day and
in
age,
case
that's
she doesn't-
very hard to find as well.
Okay.
So at that point, this guy's looking like, nah, this person is starting to look like a drainage. You understand?
I feel like for
drainage.
guys,
No, do you
I
see
feel
what
like
I'm
for
saying?
guys in this
Drainage.
generation, they expect that. We're coming from, this is the generation of guys that after the second date is buying you a Louis Vuitton handbag for your birthday.
Those guys are not working hard for their money.
Imagine.
They may not be working hard for their
They're
money,
not.
but that's that they've set that bar. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But
And that's what all the younger generation is following. Now, I'm talking from my generation. I may have, in the way I think, back in the day, if you took me on 2 dates and somewhere nice, the third date is either gonna be I'm paying. I'm probably gonna be arguing with you for the card machine. Like, no,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
paying
yeah, yeah.
because of the kind of person I am. I'm not. I've never been brought up to leech off of anyone like that. So I automatically feel awkward when a guy gives me something or
Yeah,
when a
yeah,
guy
yeah.
spends loads of money on me. Even till now, my husband will tell you there's some things that he'll buy me that I'm like, yeah, that's going back tomorrow still. Do you know what I mean? There's
What a
there's
wife.
food shopping.
Yeah.
Give me the cash. Do you know what I mean? But this day and age,
It's not like that.
It's not like that. But from an old school mentality, there's some things that the third date may be Netflix until, and I'm cooking for you to show you that I am wifey material.
There you go.
That's the way some girls still think till now, but some girls don't think that
way.
Some girls, it's like when we are official and I've got a title and you've asked me to come and meet your parents, then I'm gonna start showing.
But then that's where they're going.
There's no right or wrong way.
But to me, that's where a lot of women are going wrong, because I just believe on the fact that, look, listen. At that point when you're dating, you're getting to know each other. You're putting forth your best self.
Yeah.
You're trying to you're trying to show the woo, like you said, you're trying to woo each other, basically, essentially. If you're allowing the guy to take you on a date, wherever it is, clearly you feel the guy as well to some extent. So either way, you're trying to, as a woman, show him that you're the best, and she's trying to do the same thing. So it is important that there's some action that needs to be taken by both parties.
But how many guys do you think before you have come and tried to do the same thing, and once they get what they want, they S out?
No, that's what I'm not even looking that far ahead. I'm still talking at the stage of, listen, like what you're saying. I took you to Pacific Asia. What's this place? Ivy Asia. I took you there. The following week, I took you to cinema. I'm paying all these things. Yeah, I've spent already $250. The third week, we're doing Netflix and whatever. Yeah, but it's like, okay, at what point do you then show me that
when she
you're
starts to
this
see
material?
that you're serious?
No, which is why I said I agree with your approach in terms of, okay, the third day now, maybe you're doing whatever, and then you're cooking. That's a sign of it. Oh my goodness, she can cook. At least you've given him something now. But with the mindset of, oh no, I'm just gonna sit here, fold my arms until you've made me a wife.
But we have this generation of Meg the Stallion girls that are savages, and they're classy, they're bougie, and they're ratchet, and you know, they're acting, you know what I mean? And the Saweeties that want the Birkin, and they ain't never cooked a day in their life, and they don't know how to clean chicken or burn the hairs off of chicken and cook it. And
but can we say something though? Those women, they're living a certain lifestyle, and they're earning to demand those kind of
Not
things. Do you
necessarily.
understand? So we hear Megan Thee Stallion, they're all earning.
Yeah, okay, those are the
understand?
celebrities, but we're talking about the ones that are watching these videos now. These girls,
They're stupid.
These are the girls that
borderline
but
stupid.
they're getting. These are the girls that have
They're
been
getting
heartbroken.
influenced.
They have cooked for a guy, and then the guy's gotten what he's want. He's chopped their food, chopped something else, and then S'd out
But
because
both
he's
people
gotten
have
what
been-
he wants.
Men,
and
it's
then
happened to men as
somebody-
well. How many women have chopped a man's money and dipped out?
Free
They're
Chinese,
saving
I
men's
get
name
it.
as Chinese.
Free Chinese, I get it.
Free Chinese.
But
Out.
it's but
Man, I've been through
I
it.
feel like it started off with the wave of it happening to so many women. That's what I'm trying to say, that they've seen the former generation be treated like crap. So they're like, I'm not doing that no more. If a guy wants me, he needs to prove it. A guy may slide into their DMs and be like, babe, name the place, I'm booking the ticket. That's it. And then you're telling me that you can't take me on 3 dates.
You mentioned the club situation.
Yeah.
With the guy that took your money. Yeah. Now, can I
The guy
just
that took your money.
change the narrative?
He
Because
borrowed these
sorry.
and ran-
He
and-
borrowed your
and
money.
ran away.
And she got it back.
I'm trying to
I
stick
did.
to
Okay, nice one,
the
nice
topic of what women run, right? So let's say you're with your husband now, and you've seen that guy, and you know you sound like you were sending out a search party, and you were going to
The search warrant.
What would you want your husband to do in that situation?
And I'm married now, and that
Yeah.
happened all those years
Yeah.
ago. I don't even know.
No,
you. I'm
not
even stopping to say
in
hi.
that sense. Okay, no. I think what I'm trying to see is a lot of women say they want a macho man.
Okay.
They want a man that is, you know, on things. Do you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So
Yeah.
if he's in
The
the
way you
club,
I
answer
think
this-
it's going a lot.
No, wait. The way you answer this will determine whether things are going to go left here today or not.
Okay.
So I'm trying to
you be very
understand.
careful how you answer this.
What
This
kind of-
This happened a long time ago, and I saw the guy now, or I saw the guy.
Okay, forget even the guy. Let's just
Okay.
new scenario. A guy's, I don't know, tapped you on the shoulder, or done something you know.
Do you know, I've got a
disrespect-
scenario like that. Funny
Okay,
enough,
yeah,
I just looked
so
at.
do I.
You
I've
know
got a
what?
scenario like that, but go on.
Okay, so we were trying to get into Stratford Rex for one of my friend's birthdays, and we couldn't get in because it was to pass the time of the security weren't letting no one in.
Yeah.
I think it was one of Bad Guy Toba's events or Champ's events or something. So they weren't letting us in. So my husband and his cousin are around at the front still trying to get in. We've done try to sneak through the back, they're not letting us in, and I'm tired. So I'm like, babe, it's time to go home. So he said, okay, walk around the corner, call a cab. So I'm on the phone to the cab, and some guys come walking. I don't know where this guy came from, and he said, what was it that he said? He said, he said something like, "You're coming home with me tonight, and there's nothing you can do about it." I used to attract real crazy people back then, so I wasn't surprised. So I stopped and I'm on the phone to a cab and I was like, "You what?" And he said, "You're coming home with me tonight." I said, "Are you mad?" So I've just gone Bukky mode.
Yeah, crazy.
Like, I've gone schizo. My husband can hear me shouting from the front of the club. I'm all the way at the side. You know, there's a station right near. He can hear me screaming from the top of my voice. Like, "Are you mad?" I'm just going mad. But I can't remember what he was saying, because I was like, I think I said to him, like, you know when you black out when you're angry, innit? Because I'm just like, the audacity. Who are you talking to? You don't know who I am. Like, so he's like, so my husband and his cousin have come running. So he's like, "Babe, listen now." And you know when my husband starts speaking pidgin, like,
It's on.
It's like, it's not that it's on, but he knows, like, when he starts speaking it, I love it, innit?
Yeah.
Like, I love it. It's so weird. That's my thing, innit?
Yeah.
Like, when he
Okay.
starts speaking broken English.
Jeez.
Like, it's weird.
Come on.
So he's like, "Babe, waiting now." And I'm like, this guy, I'm telling this idiot, and he's like, "Baba, waiting." Like, the guy said, "Baba, be your babe." He said, "Be my babe." He said, no vex. He just walked off. I said, no. But my husband's like, "Babe, calm down. And I've calmed down.
Okay.
From that moment could have gone so left, because I
Yeah.
think about that moment quite often, and I'm
Okay.
like, that moment could have gone. I don't know what that guy had on him, because he spoke with so much authority to me. He could have had some machete on him. This day and
knife or
age, he could have
whatever.
had something. And when my husband and his cousin came running around, they ain't got nothing on them, as far as I'm aware. They're not them kind of people.
I don't know.
Some women do find that attractive when they have a guy that is willing to be on site.
I don't-
Those guys, they get beaten up a lot as well, you know. That's what you don't realise, bro.
That's true,
Like,
though.
you can't be putting boyfriend, family members and people
In
in that
danger.
situation. Because
Situation.
you got to remember, when you go into war, you don't know who's coming out.
You don't?
No.
So all these guys, bruv, be careful, innit? When you're defending all these, like, I'm gonna do, like, everyone can do.
And you know
something.
what's mad with
You
guys
feel
as
me?
well? Because when they're with a woman, with guys, I don't know, maybe a lot of women know this. When they're guys with a woman,
If a woman put me in
even
that
if on a
situation,
normal
I get
day,
beaten
yeah,
up, you know?
and a lot of guys get put in this kind of situation
man, it's
all
happening
the
a lot.
time.
And
For
they get
me,
beaten up.
you can't cheat on your barber, but you can cheat. That's the reason why women don't trust men and they're not free with men, because you may walk out of the house and walk into another woman's bed, but I'm calling my girl to be in on this argument with me, telling me from her perspective. From
Men
my
are different,
perspective,
though. Men are different.
you need to, as a
don't
man,
wanna
you
sit
need
there
to
and
be
argue, so-
no, because what you need to do, as the same thing that the woman's doing, you're going off in your car, you need to pull your boy on speed down, be like, "This girl just did this again. What am I gonna?" And he needs
But
to.
guys already do that though.
No,
Not
we
all
will do
guys,
that.
because
No, we will
our
do
uncle
that.
here is talking about
No,
walking
we
to
will, that's
another
what I'm
woman's
saying.
bed.
We will do that.
But
Like,
it's
I've
fine.
had
Touch the other man egg.
There's been times I might call you and be like, "Bro,
No,
this
that
happened."
you do it, but I don't think it's a thing that man them do
What do you mean?
in the moment. Like if I'm having a heated
Some,
argument,
no.
lot of man won't
That's
call
not the
I'm not
first.
gonna call my boy.
Yeah, but then you're not also then gonna go and call a woman to
I
go
don't
to
know.
her house.
I'm
That's
not
what I'm
saying that. I'm not
saying.
saying that, but I'm
Like-
just
So
saying.
it's like-
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm just giving you an example.
There's
yeah,
that's
in
the
instance-
movie scenario,
in the
fam.
instance of.
But there's some men
Do you
that
know
will
what
do.
I'm saying?
I
That's
hear
not the
what
first
you're
time I've
saying.
heard that.
Because-
No, but
because
that
that's what
must
I'm
mean.
saying.
But that's not the first
that
time
means
I've heard
that
that.
person already
It's
had that woman there
premeditated.
already.
Yeah.
So just like I'm just gonna go to Rere's house
And that's
because you're
what.
pissing
And
me off.
do you know what? That's why women find it harder to release, like, let themselves be free in a relationship, because you may have 10
You
other
don't know
girl-
what this
you
guy
may
can-
have 10 other Beckys and Keishas on speed dial,
Wow.
and that's a problem for me, because I ain't got no one but my girlfriends.
Wow.
So that's why some women, this generation, women are starting to act like men.
I don't know. What I
Okay,
advise-
you've got Becky and Keisha on speed dial. Well, I've got Tom and Fred.
Wow.
So as you
Not Tom
walk
and
out,
Fred.
Tom and Fred, Tom's gonna send me an Uber, and Fred's gonna send dinner to Fred, Tom's house,
Let
thinking
Tom
that
and
that's
Fred
mine.
inherit
Can I
my
just
problem.
say, Tom, Fred, Becky, Keisha, women, don't just cross the bridge when you get there, man. Let me tell you something, because I want us to get some air on this topic. I want us to get some air, but what I will say,
You want to get some air this time?
what I will say is the notion of women are insecure because guys could have many females. Yeah, and there's nothing you can do about that. So you might as well just to love. You got to be vulnerable, right? And you got to give someone the opportunity to break your heart.
Only you will know that. Only you will know that.
Whatever. So if a man could have 10 girls, oh well, it's the man you chose. Do you know what I mean? Let's just pray he doesn't have those 10 girls.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
just
yeah.
sitting there thinking, oh, he could have someone, he could have.
I feel like a lot of women, they act on could have, should have,
Could have,
maybe.
yeah.
I'm building up this
Who's
picture in my
gone out in
head.
the
But as I
argument?
said
Is he
to
gone
you,
to another person,
women are
into someone?
highly
Don't worry
emotional.
about that until it happens.
Some women are highly emotional. and they're very in touch with their emotions more than men. Women will play a scenario in her head 3 different ways.
Yeah, crazy.
It's for you as a man
to do what?
Install
to do
the
Inspector
confidence.
Gadget.
No. To install the confidence
in her.
Babe,
Yeah,
I'm yours. I'm not going.
Yeah,
nowhere.
but how often are you gonna reassure?
No. I think it's not about
Or
even
is it
just
just
saying though. I also think your actions.
Your actions will show
Your
it.
actions will show. Like if you're out here, out here going out every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You're out.
Sounds like you're upping right now. I'm
what?
not gonna lie.
I'm what?
Sounds like you're upping right now.
No,
What do you mean?
Not,
In what
not
way?
even. But it's the truth.
No, I'm just giving
woman-
you listen, we're having this
let me say
conversation to
something.
get to a good place. When I'm not here to try and
Unless
pick
you're
a side,
at work
I'm not
on the
picking no
weekend.
sides here, bro.
Unless
You know
you're
what I
at
mean?
work on the weekends, are you trying to tell me there's no weekend in a month that you can stay with your family?
No.
Just
You're
like
right,
prime
you're right.
example,
female friends. Oh, sorry.
a guy that's cheated on his woman before, she's gonna find it hard to trust you every time that phone rings or every time that notification goes off, because she's gonna think it's that
Maybe
girl
they shouldn't
again.
be together then. That's not a life to live.
It's for you as a man. I've stepped out and I've messed up before, and I've made a conscious decision. I'm not gonna do that again. I'm gonna show you I'm not doing that again. So I'm gonna make you feel so secure.
It's a
that
lot of
you're
work.
the only woman in the world
Too
for
much
me.
work.
How is it too much?
Relationships
You're the one
are
that
too
effed it
much.
up.
I would talk about
I'm
this
just
on
gonna say
another
to you,
topic.
relationships are a lot of
Yeah,
work.
I
So
wanna-
if you're not ready to be in one, then don't go into it.
Going
wait.
back to my... Oh, go on. I'll let you go.
Because I feel like this, we need a breather on this. We've been going.
No, I was trying to literally change it. I'm trying to change...
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I've got one more thing to ask before we wrap up.
Yeah.
I just want to hear your thoughts on this tweet that went viral. And it said, one of the biggest lies I was ever told as a young girl is that you have to be independent. Otherwise, your man will up and leave you high and dry with nothing. Now, as an adult, looking at the life of the woman that said that to me, independence has done her no favours. They teach
No
us
favours.
trust no man rather than showing us how to marry the right man who would never put us in that type of situation. Please don't project your insecurities and unhealthy perception of men onto your daughters and other young girls simply because of the men you chose.
That's facts.
So,
That's facts.
That is facts.
I feel like
because everyone's independent now. I get my own bag.
Yeah.
Do you,
I feel
do you
like
agree that?
for yourself, you need to be independent for yourself. It's not because a man will up and leave you if you're not independent. Some men don't want women that work. Some men want a kept woman. Some men want to pamper women. I don't want a woman that works. If I've got this, you don't need to do anything but look good and make sure my house look good and
I like
look
that
after
kind
the
of woman,
kids.
to be honest.
It depends on the person. I've always said I'm a housewife, but I'm a working housewife. But could I be a stay-at-home housewife? No. If my husband's got the money, then you're gonna need to open me up a shop that I can put a staff there and go where I feel, so I can feel like I'm independent.
Yeah,
still.
I'm not mad at that.
If that's what you want, but
I just think it's important for the woman to predominantly be with the children. Rather than them going to nursery 9 hours every day.
No, I feel like human interaction is good for even children. Children need to be around other children.
No, they
Mate,
do,
I think he's
but-
saying a balance.
Yeah.
He's saying
There's a
there should be a
balance,
Yeah,
yeah.
it should be a balance, and I don't know. Anyway, yeah, this is your show.
Yes, no, it's not. Honestly, you people show.
No, but I mean,
I hear what women,
But
what
yeah,
women want.
that tweet. I don't feel like if you're not independent, a guy will up and leave you. It depends on the guy you've married. But yeah, you need to pick the right person
Pick the
for
right
you. You
person.
know your character and you know the red flags. You know what doesn't go with your character. You know, if I couldn't be with a guy that said, I don't want you to do anything and I'm not going to open you up a shop. I've got all this money. Because at any time, in the back of my head, yes, you could up and leave me. But that's the insecurities that have been passed down from generation to generation that I'm reiterating. So I do have those insecurities, absolutely. If you had all that, if you're a multimillionaire and I've met you and you don't want me to work no more, it's not going to work for me. I want to shop somewhere.
I don't think as a man you'd even want that, because then you get, every time you come back from work, you're always going to get some sort of complaints. Oh, is it boring? I'm doing this. I'm feeling like this ain't going like that. So you do, I think an active woman is also kind of good in a way.
And it depends on what kind of woman you have, because some women will love that. And when you come home, Bible class is happening in your house.
Wow.
On Monday,
Oh.
Tuesdays, the girls
So
are
I see
coming
what
around
you
for
mean,
mimosas.
the daily
You know,
routine.
it depends. You have to analyze somebody's character to know if that you can gel with that person, if that relationship will go for you. Because this is the kind of person that I like. He said I shouldn't work, so my girls are coming around for mimosas every Tuesday.
So essentially now, so what you're kind of trying to say, let me just try a little summary of what I've gotten from all of this. Obviously, because we're trying to wrap up now. I think it's important. So it's important for people to know, would you say it's important for people to know, cut their coat according to their size in terms of like, know what works for you and go rather than always try to aim at something that you know ain't gonna be you.
You've got no business going.
No,
there.
but yeah, okay,
100%. You can from speaking to someone, having a conversation, 2 or 3 conversations, you can kind of gauge if that person's for you.
People lie sometimes though.
100%.
And lie, women
100%.
Yeah.
Prime example: if I ask you what you do for a living, you have no answers. You're not for me because I know you are doing something illegal.
No, but like what I'm saying is that I'm sorry to bring back up. Like you'd get people getting to know each other stage. Oh, I'm bringing my best self. People have a whole template of what they're going to say. When a certain situation has happened. I mean, or when you are certain situation, they already know. Oh, what do you do for a living? What do you do? And it's all lies or maybe dressed up.
Okay,
and
eventually
then when you now
find
then
out.
when you not say like you spend all this money, you spend all this time, you're now official, and you start to see the true color. Do you know what I mean?
And it's not too late to leave then.
Okay.
It's never too late to leave.
That's why I wanted to get to that.
It's
okay,
actually
that's
never
too late to leave.
25 years, people have left and still been remarried. It's never too late to leave.
Yeah.
People change.
100%.
That person may not be the same person that you first met.
It's true. Facts. Yeah.
Last question.
Yep.
What is the timeline from dating to marriage? How long can you date before you get engaged? Or I think what I'm getting at is the conversation was one of my boys, his brother has been engaged for like 5 years. No
Lord of the Rings. Sorry.
Lord of the Rings.
I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Do you know what? Yeah, it's from an African series.
Nah, I ain't mad at it. Lord of the Rings. He's been engaged for 5 years. And obviously there's chit chatter like, yo, that's too long. Do you know what I mean? So I just wanted to know real quick, what do women want in terms of timeline?
You can meet a girl tomorrow and say, in 6 months' time, I'm going to marry you, and you marry her.
Yeah.
There's no timeline. If that woman has been pressing that guy, when are we going to get married? That's red flags. But if they're both happy in their engagementship, then that's fine.
So 5 years engagement, if that was your friend,
if they're both okay, if I may be, as a person, I can't project my insecurities on you. 5 years for me, you're going to marry me tomorrow because I'm going to leave you.
Okay.
But 5 years for someone else, if she's not complaining, then that's...
Okay.
And he's not complaining, then that's fine.
Cool.
Because they may be trying to get to a financial goal before they do it. Or they may be saying, we need to do this and that and X and Y before we get married. And they may be okay with that. But if she's nagging, no, I want to marry you. No, you need to marry me. Then she needs to reassess if that's the situation for her.
Okay, cool.
Uzi?
Listen.
Uzi, any questions?
No, I think...
final? No? You cool?
Uzi's outside having a breather.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We'll sort it out. We'll sort it out off camera. We'll give him a hug. That was a good topic, man. So much to talk about.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on. Do you want to plug yourself? I don't know. Obviously, you got your business.
What you doing now? No,
yeah.
Multiple businesses and ventures.
Hats.
Multiple ventures.
Feel free to check me out on Instagram, alafia_Bukky. I have Bukky Boutiques, which is my own boutique. I also have Najo Fabrics, which I sell Ashobi. So if you're getting married or having your birthday party and you need some beautiful laces, hit me up.
Come on.
My DMs are always open and I always check them. But if you are looking for a Mrs. Ebu, I can't help you here.
I want to treat you.
I'm taking. But yeah. That's it.
And I've seen you've been doing that fashions thing on your page as well.
I am. I'm becoming a bit of an influencer.
I'm seeing it.
So I've heard.
Are those like your clothing line that you?
So some of them are Bukky boutiques. Yeah.
Okay.
Some of them. So we sell t-shirts, we sell handbags, sunglasses. We've got some new lines coming out soon. Some of them, I just like dressing up. So I've found a new love for dressing up. So I'm kind of going into plus size modeling a bit.
Okay.
So I'm a plus. So if you need a plus size model, a content creator, hit me up.
Come on, we'll put all her details in the description.
Thank you.
Follow her. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, please let us know what you think of the video. Oh, why am I looking?
Video? Yo, you're looking at this.
Guys, please let us know what you think of the episode, man. Comment below, subscribe, like, share, all of that. We appreciate all your support. Find us on Insta, In My Opinion Podcast UK. Same on Facebook if anyone uses that. IMO Pod UK on Twitter. And man, we're on what? Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Please, we need more subscribers, man. Not all the views. We need subscribers.
Come on.
And we're out. Peace.